Good day to you, ladies and gentlemen. My name's Jeff Goodwin. Some people call me the 30-minute trader. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is a completely free 3-day introduction to trading. Most people come here, they're looking to trade Forex. I know these are different perspectives. The people are here. Some people have been, yes, let's learn. Some people here are completely new, and some people here are actually quite advanced. Just so I know, since for the next 3 days, my aim is for us to understand who's here, so we can learn and feel safe that we say something that nobody's going to, say something that's we're developing a small team for 3 days. 1 hour a day. So I'll just go first. I want to ask you to introduce yourself. My name's Jeffrey Goodwin. I'm from Scotland and I'm currently living in Bali after spending 4 years in Thailand. I've been traveling actually since 2014, just so you know. Just so you know, Melly, my first time to Bali was in 2016. Loved the place, fell in love with it. The people in Indonesia are amazing. Absolutely amazing. In fact, Southeast Asia are amazing. Not just that's a little bit about me. Some of these may not be able to talk because you're working or whatever it may be. But does anybody feel comfortable introducing themselves at all? So we know who's in the group. Even if it's just saying, hello, my name is.
Yeah, I'm all good with that. My name's Keelan. I've been introduced to the group by Jaden. He's a prolific poster in the group. You've probably seen him already. Fairly new to it, literally not done any trading at all. So, yeah, looking forward to getting into it.
Excellent. Thank you, Keelan. Thank you. Melly, it's okay if you say a few words, please.
Yeah, my name is Mary. I'm from Indonesia, and I'm 30 minutes from Paul.
Yeah.
For me, I'm beginner right now. Little bit Forex, really beginner.
Yes. Have you traded anything else?
So far, formally, no, but long time ago when I still in Jakarta, I got like training, and they introducing me with the basic trade, but it's index. It's index, not Forex.
Yeah, index as in futures index or indices?
Yeah,
You
something.
some that's okay.
Some I forgot. Yeah,
Thank
but
you
I'm not. Yeah.
Thank you. Demo, I don't know if you can speak or you're too busy.
Yeah, I'm Damon. I'm just from the UK. Done a bit of trading.
Excellent, excellent. As you can see there, they call him Mr. Muscles. Now he also loves Southeast Asia, specifically Vietnam and Thailand. He's not been to Bali yet, I believe. I'm not 100% sure on that. So, or any part of Indonesia, or even my friend Rowan. Where are you from, Rowan? If you introduce yourself, I know you, but if you can. So he says, I'm a part-time trader. I use some natural stretch on swing and also do some algo tradings lately. So what that basically means is he uses some sort of artificial intelligence robot to assist him with strategies, and he learns some scalping strategies with himself. And he's from the Philippines, so there's actually a good connection here from Southeast Asia. So, Keelan, you're the odd one out. Have you ever been to Southeast Asia?
No, never been. Got family from the Philippines though, so
have you? Well, I think you know more than me. Then I'll shut up. I'm the odd one out. I only live here. So thanks for keeping me right. So let's see what we're going to cover today. Let's get right in. So this is my mentoring group. Put that away for a minute. Apologize, I should have not been there. And let's go to the trial group. So let's see what we're doing today. So Melly, can you tell me some of the biggest Forex traders in the world? Who are I bet you know them. I bet you've heard of them.
No.
Okay, so
I'm really blind about this one.
Okay, so it's today, this is the times, so it's my 10 p.m., 3 p.m. in the UK, 10 a.m. in North America. So the Philippines, I'm not sure if it's the same time, Rowan, is it? Okay, thank you. So today I'm going to introduce you what Forex is, different perspectives, introducing some software called TradingView and how you can actually, if you do want 10 pence, thank you very much, if you can potentially get a discount using it if you wish, and setting up your charts for success. So my idea is also to watch a trade in silence together and see how it plays out. And then there's always homework. So who's the largest Forex traders in the world? I'm sure you know some of these names. Here we go. Have you heard of JP Morgan?
Yeah.
Deutsche Bank. I'm sure you've heard of two of them. Yeah.
Only JP Morgan.
Yeah. Now, I think it's a 7 trillion industry daily, and they've got nearly get 11% of the lot. It's scary. It's scary. So our small pips, our small numbers we use, we're not even going to scratch the surface with these guys. We're not even as. So another little thing. Put that to the side. I just wanted to share that there. Let me set things in the way. Next thing I'm going to do. When some people think of trading, they think of things like Google, Apple, Microsoft, different things like this. So if you think of like stocks, what sort of companies would you typically think of that would be well-known brands? Nike, I don't know. And guess what? With these ones, you typically only make money when they go up. But with Forex, you make money when it goes up and when it comes down. How good is that? That's one of the reasons why I love it. Now, what I'm going to do today, I'm going to be straight talking. I'm going to give you stuff that you can use on a free account of something called TradingView. Kaylin, have you covered TradingView at all with Jaden?
Yes, a little bit. Yeah.
Thank you. So you can get a free version of the soft or a paid for one. There's nothing wrong with a free one. And what I'll do is I'll give you indicators you can use. So what I'm going to do is I'll tell you free stuff you can get on TradingView, and I'll also introduce you some other things which I have in my program, so you can see how you can interpret. But no matter what happens, each day you're going to go away with stuff you can use straight away. Now, Melly, you're okay with TradingView? Is that correct?
Sorry.
Do you have TradingView charting system?
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Yeah. So let's start off for a minute on Apple, since we all know Apple. Yeah. So would you say, yeah, well, let's have a look at this for a minute. I'm just going to double click a few things. And you tell me, would this help you with your trading? Oh, let me see. The first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to put on something called the volume monitor. It's a tool I developed called the volume monitor. And all I'm going to do is every time it says buy, I'm going to put a little line on it. And every time it says sell, I'm going to put a line on it. And every time it says buy, I'm going to put a line on it. Every time it says... Does that sound fair enough? And there's these times it's like a flat line. Think of a heart monitor. It goes up and down. It's like a heart monitor there. So let's just figure out, so far, how is it doing? Do you think it's got it right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I said sell. Did it get it right? Yes, it did.
Yeah.
A buy. Did it get it right? Wow. Perfect. Easy. So to get access to that, you have to be in my mentorship program. But don't worry, I'm going to give you something else different, but you can use free with TradingView. Who here likes free stuff, or is it just Scottish people? So what I'm going to go up here, I'm just going to go up here straight away, just help you read the charts. I'm going to click there once. I'm going to type in 3 letters. They're E, M, and A. And you say, oh, Jeff, I know about this already. Moving average exponential. I'm just going to click that there once, right? And I'm going to make some adjustments on it. Has anybody ever heard of that before? Moving average exponential. Now, this is for people who are looking to do like day trading, like not necessarily scalping, but let's just say day trading. Melly, have you figured that how to get that on?
And I still check which one you
Okay, I just type in the word moving
indicator.
average X
Moving.
potential. The top, is that moving average top one? And Ryan knows this and Demos knows that. Kaylin, have you managed to do that? Just watch this. I'm gonna make, I'm gonna make one little adjustment to this, and you can see how powerful these two work together. This length here, I'm just gonna type in. Let me just check. Let's play a little game. What's the number? No, I'll just give you 62 because time's short. I typed in 62, I do that, and abracadabra, look at this. So this is the paid for one, this is the free of one. How powerful is that there? Can you see how you can make some money with this, Kaylin?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So what we're just going to go back in time, so it's not just here. Let's go back in time, just a little bit. So you can see there. So it said sell there. I would wait for it to come under that line with that, and there I go. Boom. It says buy, so you would stop the sell. This is just a very brief way, just so you know. So you would definitely not be in that buy, it's that sell. But you don't buy because you're underneath this line. Now we're above the line, so you buy. Hold along. It goes up and you start seeing it tailing off and you're like, I'm not so sure about this. Guess what? You can exit at any point you wish along the way. Boom. It says sell. You wait for it to go below the line. And away you go. And you can exit when it goes above. And when it comes back down, you can enter again. Again, a nice one. And then it goes above. And it just stays. It just keeps going. Oh, I forgot about that one there. There you go. Not too bad at all, is it? Not too bad at all. So this one is called moving average exponential. And all these are indicators, and the only purpose we're using these is to show you what an uptrend is and what a sort of like a downtrend is. And you see in the 30-minute trader, we use various tools of volume monitor. It monitors the volume in the market, and bang. Now, this is Apple. So let's start now talking about Forex. So, Kaylin, you've been to the Philippines a few times?
No, I've never been. My dad never been actually, but
your
I know a
dad's
little bit about.
yeah. Okay, thank you. Mela, have you travelled over outside of Indonesia?
Borneo. Yeah, I'm from Jakarta, Bali, Borneo. What else?
So, is that Borneo? Okay. Have you used other currencies? Have you used other currencies?
Sorry, pardon?
Have you only ever used Indonesian rupees?
Oh yeah, yeah, still.
Okay. Okay. So I want you to imagine Kaylin's what he's going to go and see Rowan in the Philippines, and he's going to see his dad. Would that be okay? Yeah. So he just did some trading and he's won some money. He said, I'm going to go to the Philippines. And on the way back, what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to stop over to see Jeff in Bali and Melly in Bali as well, because Melly's in Bali. So I've heard some many beautiful things. So he's in the UK, so he has to go to some place. He says, I'm going on holiday. I'm first of all going to the Philippines, going to see Rowan there, because he heard he's a good coder and he's a good trader. So he needs to change to Filipino money. And let's just say, for example, he changes, I don't know, use the number £500. And he's like, well, what am I going to get for that? You know, what's that? And so he goes away to the Philippines and he changes all his money. It's £500. That's like 10 million, Melly, to you. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. So he changes it now because Rowan's such a good host. Rowan gives him free accommodation. He doesn't allow him to spend any money in food. He doesn't allow him to buy any drink. He says, "No, you're my guest." Rowan says, "He's a really nice man." So he leaves Indonesia, and then he says, "Wow, I've got to change this into Balinese money or Indonesian money now." But guess what? I've still got everything because Rowan's been a really good host. But he's heard of us Scottish men are really tight with the money. You know, I'm sure you've heard us Scottish men are really tight with the money. But you don't come with me, you go and see Melly. And Melly's a good host. And she puts you up and says, no, I'll give you local food. I'll cook for you. And then, so you don't spend anything. And you're like, people in Southeast Asia are amazing. So you take the flight back and you're like, I can't believe it. You're so happy. You've seen family. You've seen new friends. Then you go back. You've had a 2-week holiday. And you've got £550 rather than £500. How did all that work out? How did that? How is that possible? Because exchange rates fluctuate over time. Because they do go up and they go down. And you were just fortunate enough when you went to see Rowan and you went to see Melly and me in Bali that it worked out in your favour. So basically that's an overview of the way people typically think foreign exchanges. Yep. But also large companies, large corporations, banks use it. Because there's so much buying and selling with big companies all around the world. And most of them buy it on a monthly basis. They buy it on a monthly basis. And hedge funds either do it on the weekly or on the monthly, but they'll do called day trades like this is. So if you look at my charts now for Apple, you see how that says D? That means for every one of these candles is 1 day of time. Every candle represents 1 day of time. Doesn't matter if it's a small candle or it's a large candle. Every one of these, 1 day of time. But I could change that, how that works. I could say that, well, let's first of all go to Forex. Let's go to Great British Pound, US dollar, Great British Pound, US dollar. Yep. So we're going to Great British Pound, US dollar. That's a little story we're just telling. Even on the Great British Pound, US dollar, when it says buy, look how powerful that is. It just goes up. Good tools, Melly. Look at these tools. Not bad at all, eh? It says sell and it just starts falling. Most people say to me, I wish I had my charts like yours, Jeff, but well, this is a free one. It's absolutely free. Don't do anything for that one. So it's coming down, do absolutely nothing. Wait for it to go above there and bang, there you go. It's a lot we call a retest. Yeah, it comes down under. Just wait for it to go back up again. Well done. So that's a bit of a trend. That's being introduced to software. Setting your charts up for success. What I want you to do is just become aware of in here, this is where you type, where it says symbol search. This is where you type things like two currencies, like GBP, USD. So Melly, I'm from the UK, so is Kaylin, so is Demo, would put Great British Pound. And if we're comparing it to the Indonesian rupee, would do Great British Pound. And I know, but how would I do the Indonesian rupee? What three letters do I type in?
So what?
IDR.
Idea. Yeah.
Indonesian rupees. Yeah. Yeah, and it even works on that. Look at that, powerful. And sell. Yeah, so that one's not a good one. There you go, boom. Even works on that. So let's just say, for example, so let's go back to the Great British Pound, US dollar. We'll go there. Let's change this to the 1 minute time frame. What? That's right, the 1 minute time frame. Now, the lower the time frame, these tools become not as clear to understand. Time is it? Okay. But that looks like it's in the downtrend, doesn't it? It looks like it's definitely. Let's just double check. I'm not sure that these tools are any good. It says sell. Are these? What do you think? Are these tools any good? It says sell. What happens?
Yeah, it's going down.
Oh my God. That's so every candle is 1 minute of time. That's interesting. Huh. So what would it like a bit? Now let's look at this. So is that an uptrend or is that a downtrend? Is that
Down.
going? Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm now going to put up to the hour time frame. So every candle will be 1 hour. And what would you say now? Definitely looks like a downtrend. Look at that.
Yeah.
Good. I knew I was right. Let's go to the 4 hour. Let me see if I'm right. Definitely it's going down on the daily. So why on earth do people take buys if everything says down? Why do 95% of traders fail? If you've just seen that, it's that obvious. Why do traders fail?
The market's unpredictable.
It certainly is. But if you go up to the daily, you go to the 4 hourly, and everything is screaming, screaming. Because the truth, you can actually make money even in these small ones here. You can even make money in these small moves. That's what's happening. That's the truth. So let me just put on a couple of little things here. Let me see what I've got else here. So just software, setting up TradingView for success. You've seen that. So what I would like to do is come over here and actually over here. And what we'll do is we'll just look for a currency pair or something. And we'll go through a few with nothing on the charts. With just nothing on the chart. And I'm just going to go through a few different. I'm just going to go up here and see. I'm going to type in Great British Pound, US dollar. This time of the day, I'm going to do the euro against the dollar, NAS 100, S&P 500, and also gold, XAU, USD. So I'm going to do this really quick. What I'm looking for at this time of the day, I'm looking for price to go below there, actually below here, or actually even above any of these highs. Yeah. But I'm looking for a signal. I'm looking for something to tell me it's going to happen. So I'm just going to keep flicking. So I want to show you something that's going to happen. Okay, you see that there? I missed these because I was a bit late. I was teaching. So, Rowan, are you there, Rowan?
Yeah.
Yep. So, what's happened here? It's called relative equal lows, as you know. It's not equal, but it's relative equal.
Yeah.
Yeah. I will speak to different people with different level of knowledge, and Rowan's a coder as well. So, yep. So, with this candle here, so we'll just do this candle by candle. Yeah. Whenever you see space to the left and space to the right of the candle, I'll come back to that. So no of yours, does anyone here have bought a brand new phone or a second-hand phone from someone? A phone?
Yeah.
Yep. You might go into the shop or buy it for a friend. And when you buy it, does there have to be a seller in order for you to buy it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what's happened here is all sellers. Apart from these little things here. These little things here stop it being only sellers. Now we've got only buyers, apart from these little things here. Only sellers, only buyers. Every time there's only buyers or only sellers coming down, the market has to fix that. It's like going too quick. It's like going to an auction and they're selling things too fast. So they have to go and fix things. So if they don't fix it, they get big fines. Now, nobody likes a big fine. So at the moment, there's nothing here. There's only buyers there. So the market has to come down and try and at least come down to 50%. If it doesn't always, but come down to 50%. Let's see what happens. It comes down pretty close to 50% and goes back up. Okay, what's happening now? This candle here, around about 50%, it has to also go up to there because the same that there is the same as that. Oh, it went above it. Oh, there's a gap to the left and there's a gap to the right. And we still have a gap. Now, the software round I've got on does this. It goes, oh, there's a gap in the market there. If I was you, I would buy. If I was you, I would, well, at least consider entering there. And you could either put your stop loss below this low, or you could use something else, which I spoke to you about recently. Just some bands, ATR bands. Yeah, so you've got that there. So you're then saying, well, what's my target? Well, my target is this liquidity up here. Do you remember I mentioned that earlier on? Liquidity? That's a target there. So if I do, let's say, for example, that's 1%. 1%. So if you had £100 and you made that trade to there, and let's say you would get 1% back. Forget about what you risk, but you get which would be £1. But for the exact same trade, if it was 1,000, you'd make 10. And it's the numbers are irrelevant. It's the exact same trade. Yeah. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to watch to see what happens. It goes up. Is it going to come back into this area here, or is it going to reject it? Is it? We're hoping it's going to go up. Ah, it's got another one of these things. So if you missed that trade there, if you missed that there, we've got another one of these blue things. So if you missed that, there's another opportunity. But, oh no, but it's okay. I'm happy with my lot. I'm happy with you. Okay. Questions so far? These little blue things. Does everybody see them? That means it's going. going up. If they were red, it would mean it coming down.
Yeah.
So, okay, so what it did now, it went up, this blue thing, it came back into it because it went too fast, because there was only buyers, there was no sellers. So it came back and a seller put his hand out and said, look, you can have my mobile phone here. So it sold something in order for it to continue to go up. If that's what's going to happen. Because I have no idea. And another winning trade. Yeah, but where's the liquidity? Okay, I apologize. So let me ask you a question. Keelan, have you ever heard of the phrase a stop loss from Jayden?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I want you to imagine you like this move here and you're thinking of you selling. You're selling. So you might say, for example, you might enter there. So I'm going to enter there. Where would you put your stop loss? Above the high or somewhere up here or down here? Your account protection typically would be above here. Would that make sense? Yeah, I'll just type in stop loss. So let me just check. Melly, have you heard of a stop loss before?
No.
Okay, so what would happen if we never had a stop loss and Keelan entered this trade and it went really bad and it went up really fast? He can lose everything. He can lose all his money. So what the institutions did, they allowed Keelan, in this case, to put a protection in place. So if it does go the wrong way, he will lose the trade, but he doesn't lose everything. He loses only a certain percentage. Would that make sense to you? What you've seen Paul doing?
Yeah.
Or not? Not sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep.
Not sure.
So let's just say Keelan's here, and he says, I'm feeling confident about this. And he said in his head, I'm going to stay in the trade until my black candles turn green. So black, 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 green. Exit the trade. Keelan's thinking, I knew I was good. I'm better than the average person. You know, where you from, Keelan? In England?
England/Ireland.
Yeah, he's from English and Ireland. He's a football guy. Is it Derby, not Nottingham, something like that? Is that right? Yeah. And you look, I'm better than the average. Look at this. Bang, I go. Yeah. But this one here, we got a signal. We never really had a signal there, but this one we had a signal to say this is a good type. This is like a hidden signal. Then it gave another, and it's actually just gave another. But Keelan's stop loss, maybe he never took his profit. He said, nah, it's not going to come back. It's not going to come back and take me out. I'm a big boy. I'm a super trader. It's going to continue going further down and further down, and I'm going to win. But now it's coming up. Keelan's getting a little bit. It's pretty close. If you had all that profit, Keelan, how would you feel if you never closed the trade?
Oh, you'd be gutted.
You'd be like, absolutely, you'd be like, and you see there, and you see you've lost, and you're like, how is that possible? I was winning, I was up a fortune. So in trading, I can teach you all the technical analysis, but there's two things that will stop you being typically a profitable trader. One of them is money management, risk management, and the other one is your trading psychology. Greed or fear. Greed? No, it's okay, Jeff, it's going to turn around. See, it's turning. See, Jeff, I told you it's turning. And it just kept on going up because of greed. Take your money. There's always another trade. Look at this. closed, and you're like your hands in your head, and you're like, why is it why is it always happens to me? Why me? Well, you had a chance. Yeah, I'm not obviously not you, Kaylin, because so we'll change that there. So I'm looking for another signal. We've got another signal with other pairs, and guess what happened? See these little blue things? There, it just goes to the moon. Now, let's try this in something a bit more technical. Like, have you heard of Facebook and things like that? Well, they're in something called the NASDAQ, the top 100 US stocks. I'll just use, I don't know, Pepperstone. That's good. Let's see if they've had any of these little signals. Oh, it's coming and going. It's coming and going. The signal actually came from here. So what was happening? There was only buyers, and there's a big. If the banks don't fill this in here, they're going to be fined, and they don't like being fined. They don't like being fined, so they came back down. The question: is it going to continue back up? That's the bit nobody knows. Got a little gap down here, and it's got liquidity. Because guess what do I mean by liquidity? This time, Melly, you're in this trade. You're in there. Paul has taught you about protecting your accounts. You've decided you enter there. You put your stop loss below there. And you see this coming. This is live. This is live. And you're thinking, oh my God, it's coming from my stop loss. How would you be feeling? So you had all that profit. But because of, and it's red, and red means sell. It's coming for your stop loss right there. This is a live trade. This is live. Is it going to take your stop loss out? Or is it going to turn?
Okay.
You'd be gutted, wouldn't you? You'd be absolutely gutted. You'd be feeling right annoyed with yourself. You'd be calling yourself, well, in Scotland would call ourselves a silly name. I'm sure in Ireland and in England it'd be the same. So that, you see that you get this here, that's a warning sign there. There's another warning sign. Do you know when you see television with heart monitors, when it goes flatline, what does a heart monitor typically mean? When you see that flatline like that,
Dead.
it's dead. It's like, unless you change something, there's going to be there's not much hope. So guess what? Flatline, it just fell off the cliff. Now, I feel sad for the both of you because, you know, it's your first day and you both of you were up big. And obviously I'm just telling a story, but I'm just trying to emphasize trading actually, there's three things in trading. Three things. And if you can master only these three things, you'll be fine. First one is having a successful strategy. Yep, that can mean many things, but we'll just leave a successful strategy. What would a successful strategy mean to you based on what Jaden's doing? Kaylin, would you say Jaden's doing okay if it's just started with me?
Yeah. Oh yeah, Jesus Christ, he's doing brilliant.
He's crushing it, absolutely crushing the market. What was it, 14 out of 20 winning trades? And then he still had other, and it's a brand new strategy, the liquid gold.
Yeah.
Successful strategy. It's the first thing, which he's got. Second thing is money management. What do I mean? Risk. Not risking too much on any individual trade, because any trade could lose. We could look it up. We could set it all looks good, but then it just reverses. So know your risk. So let's talk about in rupees for a minute, Melly. So let's say you have 10 million rupees in the bank. And rather than risk it all, you might want to risk a small percentage of it. So your confidence, your account size builds up. Would you understand what I mean? Slowly.
Yeah.
Rather than risking the whole lot and you lose everything, you wouldn't be happy with yourself. Not in the slightest.
Yeah.
So that's what I mean. So if Jaden gets that right, because he's got the successful strategy, which he's doing really well. And the last thing is his mindset. That's the part. I'll explain more about mindset in a minute. If you can get those three, everyone here will be a good trader. As long as everything's set up on an equal playing field with your broker or prop firm, as Demo and myself know, and there's some prop firms that have not been straight. But if your mindset is good, it's focused, if you do, some people say you've got a clear head. If you're emotional about work or your husband, your wife, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, if there's something bad going on, I'd recommend you don't trade. Because you would take that, many people take that emotion into trading with them and they're not even aware of it. So try and get space to trade. Yeah. So rather than risk 100%, risk 1 or maximum 2% per trade. So you're allowing your account to grow. You're allowing, but this is all you need. Yeah, I've given you a successful trading strategy today using the daily time frame. One tool you can take away completely free. And if I go over here, that was a exponential moving average, number 62. Forget about that. I'm going to go try and use a high time frame as possible. I like a daily would be good if you can do. And then you would just wait for it to go above or come below. So any of you were to stop today, say, well, thanks, I've enjoyed that. I don't see you again. You've got something from that. But obviously, having this, and it's aligned up with more of like a professional tool at the bottom, you can see the difference between the buyers and seller. But I always like to give people free tools as well. Yeah, that's that there. Now, at the start of the session, I said we have some alerts that have been going off. Now, I have set alerts for certain prices. In my group, I'm giving people the prices for entry at the start of the week. I'm giving prices for entry at the start for every single Forex pair. I could do it on a Friday or a Saturday or a Sunday or a Monday. This one here, I just switch on that money line and it tells me there. That's where I buy and that's where I sell. It's inbuilt into the money line, more alerts going off. I'm going to go up to the, even if you didn't have that, let me just check. Let me just look at this. Say that just respects that, it just comes down. Do you like the look of that, Melly? I made this nice and colourful for you because I knew you were coming on it. You were like, look at that. See, that's, do you think that means red means sell, or do you think red means buy?
That means sell.
It does, doesn't it? And then at this point, you wait for all this to be aligned, because if it's, we need to be for like, oh, then we buy because everything's aligned. Oh, then it says sell, everything's aligned. So this is a little bit more advanced, and it's all about just friendly. So let's check something else. Let's check maybe gold. A lot of people like to trade gold. Do you know anybody who trades gold? No?
Nope.
No, so let's just type in gold. Yeah, and we'll do the exact same thing. What I see there. Oh, now I've got to watch this. I'm using a VPN here. Although I didn't really have to have it on actually. Oh, something. My internet, give us a minute, please. I'm going to switch that off. I don't need that on. Give us a minute. But you can see what I'm seeing anyway. It says up, you see, just keep buying up. Yeah, at that point it says, be careful, be careful. And guess what? That's, so if you want to even exit the trade and then get back in, boom, and you get even more. So today's really just about an introduction. It's about giving you some free tools. So what I've focused on there was the daily time frame initially. So every candle is worth 1 day of time. I then went down to different time frames. So let's have a look at this here. What's happening with these alerts? Yeah, let's just have a look at all this. Lots of alerts been going off. These are futures. Let's look at Forex, USD CAD. Yep. Now let's look at this. There's an alert there. So forget all this fancy stuff, all these colors. When this goes below that line there, let me get that for you. That goes below that line and then goes above. All we do is, Jaden shown you this, Kaelin, has he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah. Once it goes above the line, he just enters the trade and he goes for a small win.
Yeah.
And that's all he's doing. And we do want to put on one other thing there. We're just going for 0.5%. 0.5%. It's not, there you go. That's all we're going for. And you can have multiple of these. Let me just check. There was also British pound, USD, I think happened. Let me just check that there. So this is called the money line here. And the strategy called is liquid gold. So you can see there, price goes down below here, wait for it to cross over, boom. And as long as it stays that side of the line, you'd feel pretty confident, wouldn't you? Exit the trade, bang. If I wanted to put that back on, well, there you go. If you're not already out, make sure you're out at that point. Yeah, it's as simple as that, really. There was also Great British Pound CAD, Great British Pound Canadian Dollar. We'll go back to the 15-minute time frame. So this is what Jaden's learning at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah. Although you might not have these things in the background, that's just some additional stuff. That's why I put it on, actually. So it breaks down. As soon as it breaks down, you get excited as it starts coming back up. It starts coming back up. You see it, you drop down to the 5-minute time frame. It breaks above, and away you go. You either enter up here. If you want to drop to a 3-minute or 1 minute, I know Damon likes the 1 minute. He'll probably break it down to the 1 minute. Maybe he does it. Let me see. Find the 1 minute. Oh, apologize. So above here, so it ends around about there. So long. The rules are you eat above this line, and first target is only 0.5%. First target is only 0.5%. Yeah. Does it ever come back to your stop loss? Does it ever come back here? It doesn't. Okay, you say, no, I want to make 1%. Does it ever come back? So all you do is, for every 0.5%, you move your stop loss up, as an example. Or you could use another tool. So no, I'll wait for it to go up to 1.5%. Does it ever come back? No, it doesn't. So you just move your stop loss up. So what this is doing, move this out of the way. What this is doing is you're allowing your trade to run. You're moving your stop loss up. This is guaranteeing. This is guaranteeing you make more money. That's an advanced thing. So that's enough for today. Let me summarize. The Forex markets is worth 7 trillion a day. If you get involved, you're in business with JP Morgan, you're in business with Deutsche Bank and many others. These are the biggest players in the field, and you're also competing with them. But whatever you're trading won't have an impact on the markets, to be perfectly honest. Forex works in two things. It works in pairs, like a Great British Pound or like the United States dollar. And when one goes up, the other one comes down. And it's always recommended to use something called a stop loss. That there is to protect your account there. So if something happens and you're unaware of, you don't lose your account. And we wouldn't want that to happen. Okay. So there's just been an overview. Some of it, or even most of it, might have even went above your head. So questions, learnings, or discoveries from today's session, please. What questions you have? What were your learnings? What have you discovered? I've tried to give you some free indicators and some other ones that basically show the same thing, but in a different way.
Yeah. To be fair, Jaden sort of ran me through a lot of like getting my head around the indicators and stuff, because that's one thing I didn't get.
That's
but
good.
Obviously he's not showing me like he's not showing me too much, because at the time he was still like doing this liquid gold strategy thing. But I didn't know about these indicators kind of thing before. So yeah, I'm just learning about these indicators, which is quite good.
So what I've done is I built a set of tools, indicators, to help you see things. Because when you first look at them, believe it or not, these here tell a story. These here tell a story, and it's learning to understand them, which takes the time. You can learn just candles, or you can learn something called structure. Well, we learn both actually. You can also learn just to trade from indicators. Now, my friend there, Damon, is in England. He loves Southeast Asia. He loves Vietnam. He loves Thailand. And he's a very good trader. He personally likes the 1 minute time frame. He likes going in and out and got on with his day. Some people don't have time to look at the charts all day. And whether I do or don't, I don't particularly want to myself. So today, I did 2 trades, and total for the both of them was less than 5 minutes. So people feel they need to be in a trade all day. They don't. Just so you know. I'll actually, I'm answering questions, so please, I'm just going to get that video and I'll give you a copy of it so you can see what I do. I'm here to answer any questions. If nobody's any questions, I have one for you. Was it harder than you thought today, or was it easier than you thought, or about the same?
Easier, I'd say.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
Yeah, I tried to keep things easy. Thank you. Rowan says easier. Yeah. But just because it means it was easy for them doesn't mean it's easy for you, Melly, just so you know.
It's the same.
So that's what I'm going to share with you there. I'm going to copy that. I was out shopping and I went to the pharmacy and I was late. And I was like, oh no, I'm late. I'm going to put it in. I'm going to put this into the chat. Does anybody know how to get a message from the chat? I've just posted something. There should be a little thing flashing at the bottom. I want you just to open that and have a look at that. So you can see my trade. I had 2 trades going at the same time. Pardon me? And you saw the trade at the start when the numbers were at 0. Let's have a look at that. So I'm looking forward for you to come back tomorrow. Tomorrow we do a little bit more. Well, I'm glad to know a little bit. We talk about other things like trends. We're actually going to talk about 2 time frames and not 1 time frame. And hopefully, by having less to go through, we could actually do a trade from the start to the finish. Would that sound good for you?
Yeah.
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 Because at the end of the day, that we're here to learn, so we can actually watch the trade. Same time, yeah, Rowan, yeah. I appreciate you being here. I've known Rowan, I don't know how long for actually, as well as a gifted trader. He's also very talented with coding and quant, something called quant. So he's good to have as a friend. It's good to have as a friend. Absolutely. So if there was just one thing you got out of today, what would that be? There was one aha moment, one thing said, I'm glad I came for that. What would that be? Or maybe it was rubbish.
Yeah, just like the like learning, because I was just learning how to like I've just been looking at like sort of like candlestick patterns.
Yep.
And going off that kind of thing. But then obviously your indicators, like you don't really need to look at candlesticks too much, like in depth. Like
you have to remember this is a beginner's class, and I speak slower when I'm speaking to beginners because of accent and international. So we'll have one from the Philippines, one from Indonesia, England and Ireland, and Scotland. How about that? What unbelievable. More or less. Yeah, so thank you for saying that, Kaylin. Melly, if it was just one thing that was valuable for you for coming on today, what would that be?
Well, I need I know more about trade because before I just know about like buy sell, but now you know more about the tools, things like this. Yeah.
Oh, thank you for saying so.
Yeah.
Bagus. Terima kasih. Okay. So
Terima kasih.
I'm pretending I know the language. Yeah. Demo, thank you for being here. I'm not going to ask Demo or Rowan unless they want to offer anything, but these guys are seasoned traders, which they come and support, which I appreciate them being here. But Rowan, will we see you tomorrow? Demo, will we see you tomorrow? We'd love for you to be here if you have the time, of course.
Yeah, fine.
Thank you very much. Well, I appreciate everyone.
Thank you.
Yeah, my aim tomorrow is give a little bit of information and then watch a trade. And then does that sound fair enough?
Yep.
Okay, I'll see you real soon. Bye for now.
Brilliant.
Take it. Bye.
Thanks, Jeff. Bye.
Welcome.
Bye,
Bye.
everyone.